A Moment in His Presence presents Divine Encounters with Joyce, Todd, and Kim Bradley.
Welcome back to A Moment in His Presence as we draw near to the end of our series, Divine Encounters. And today, we're going to look at the life of the Samaritan woman. Many of us know her as the woman at the well, and so many of us, we look at this story because this story is like the woman at the well. Jesus had the audacity to ask her for a drink of water. And the reason I say that is because if you know the story, Jews and Samaritans didn't mix. So how on earth was Jesus going to ask her for a drink of water?
Okay, Kim, but and the thing that I like about it is that him going through Samaritan was definitely intentional.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
He had a purpose for going through Samaria to meet this Samaritan woman at the well. Because he was weary, yes. He didn't want to drink, yes. But he intentionally wanted to have a conversation with this woman. It was about her, really not him.
Exactly. And Joyce, so many times we miss out on blessings because of our prejudiceness,
Yeah.
And even though, but this woman, she sat there, she listened to Jesus. He didn't call her out. He knew her sin, but he didn't call out her sin. What he did was he offered to give her eternal water in exchange for external water.
Honey, when he got to talk about that living water, that water he was talking about, she was like, give me some of that. I want some of that water. And that's the way it is. When we read his word, he's that living water, Kim, and we want some of that. If the word is so good, it's like, give me some of that water. I want that living water.
And one of the other things that I bring out earlier, he sent his disciples away on purpose.
That's right.
On purpose. Because so many times, God might want to put us in a situation, but we got too much negativity in our ear, and we can't listen to Jesus sent them away so that he could talk to that woman. And then when they went on to talk about what Joyce was saying, give me some of that living water, it was then that Jesus talked to her about spirit and truth.
Right.
About,
God is a spirit.
Right.
And she was so aware that, we, the Samaritans, worship in the mountains, and the Israelites said you should worship in Jerusalem. So where do you think we should worship? But the point is, Kim, it doesn't matter about where we worship. He said, God is looking for those who will worship him in spirit and in truth.
And it's like when he said that, a light bulb went off in her head. She recognized that she was talking to the Messiah.
All right.
That this is the Messiah.
Right. And she was the first that he revealed that he was the Messiah. So that lacked prejudice there, that he was able to reveal that to a Samaritan woman.
Right. And this story shows us that God's love goes beyond racial divides, class divides, gender divides, any other kind of divides you could think of. Yeah. When you have God, there's a scripture that said love covers a multitude of sin. And when you have that love, you don't have that division. You don't have that prejudice. Right. You can move on.
You can move on. And you know what? Moving on to the point that she dropped that water pot, Kim. She was dropped, and she ran to the city and said, come. Now listen to this. Come, Samaritans, come and see a man who's a Jew.
A man
that told me everything about, myself. She wanted them to come and hear and see this Messiah.
And Joyce, she was blessed.
Yes,
she was blessed by that. And so what I want to do is encourage you guys not to let your prejudice keep you from God's blessings.
Yes.
Meet Jesus at the well. Meet him at the well. And accept all that he has for you, because you are the apple of his eye.